One day, a daughter-in-law walked up to her father-in-law and said, "Dad, I called your son at least 10 times today. He neither answered my calls nor called me back." The old man asked, "Was it something important?" She replied, "My back pain medicine is finished. I wanted him to bring it for me." The father-in-law became angry. "Let him come home today. It's been a long time since I taught him a lesson." Just then, by coincidence, his son arrived home. He was a police inspector, and one of his friends was with him. The father called him closer and suddenly started hitting him with his slipper. "Your wife has been calling you since morning. Why didn't you answer? Don't forget you may be a police officer outside, but inside this house, you are still my son." The inspector stood there smiling while being scolded and beaten by his father. But beside him, his friend's eyes slowly filled with tears. After a few more hits, the son laughed and said, "All right, Dad, I'll be careful next time. That's enough now." Finally, the old father stopped. Then he turned toward his daughter-in-law and said lovingly, "Daughter, if he ever ignores you like this again, tell me immediately. I'll straighten him out properly. I won't let him do whatever he wants." The daughter-in-law smiled mischievously at her husband and walked inside the house. A little later, the inspector and his friend left together. On the way, the inspector laughed and said, "My father beat me, but why do you look so sad?" His friend wiped his tears and replied softly, "You didn't get beaten today. You experienced heaven." The inspector looked confused. The friend continued, "At this age, very few people are lucky enough to still receive their father's scolding or love." Then his voice broke. "Watching your father hit you reminded me of my own father. He is no longer in this world." He looked away, trying to hide his tears. "I wish he were still alive. I would happily stand there and let him scold me too." Sometimes, even a father's anger is a form of love, and only those who lose it truly understand its value. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Soul Stories by NK for more emotional and meaningful stories. And tell us in the comments, what did this story remind you of? Did you ever miss someone's love only after losing them?